What's up, everybody? CouchMouse here, coming at you with a brand new Overwatch video. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down why mechanical skill is the most important thing that you need to learn, especially as a low-ranked player. If you want to climb, if you want to improve, you got to be honing your mechanical skills. So I'm going to be telling you exactly why that is, exactly what you need to do to improve, and everything so that you can finally get past your rank up and climb all the way to Grandmaster. But go to the Game website right now, and the link's down below for in-depth advanced guides, tips and tricks, VOD reviews over every single hero in the entire game. Go check it out right now down below so you don't miss out. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. So I actually broke this into 4 separate sections, 4 separate answers, and then I'm going to clarify exactly what that means for you about mechanical skill being the most important thing that you need in Overwatch. Now, the first most important thing that you need to understand about mechanical skill is that it's the most effective thing at carrying you out of elo hell. Have you ever been in situations where you understand exactly what's going wrong, but you can't do anything to stop it? Or you understand the game to a pretty high level? Maybe you watch Overwatch League, you watch high-level play, you study Overwatch, but it doesn't necessarily mean you can carry yourself out of low ranks at all. Unfortunately, outside of positioning, which at low ranks, many people won't even punish you for bad positioning, and you can get away with it if you have good mechanical skill, and game sense not mattering in a lot of different situations, especially when your team isn't playing around you and people aren't playing in the way they should. Having mechanical skill can overpower all of that. It's really important for you to understand that playing a perfect Roadhog positionally, playing a Roadhog that is, maybe peeling just right, playing with your team, doing all the stuff that maybe a high-ranking Roadhog should, is never gonna have the same amount of value as just a Roadhog that just flanks around and freaking, silver and just hooks everything. Now, I'm not saying that that is the way to learn how to play Roadhog for the long haul. I'm saying for specifically the lower ranks, a lot of times mechanical skill is your window out. A lot of times having a good enough mechanical skill can allow you to get out of those elo hell ranks, and then you can focus on the other aspects of your play when they actually matter, when they become a lot more relevant later on. And I find way too many people that know a lot about the game, know a lot about positioning, but just do not have the mechanical skill required to get out of their rank. And this is extremely important when I get to the next point of the video, which is game sense and positioning could fail with bad mechanical skill. So let me give you this example. Game sense, understanding that one character has an advantage against another, right? Let's say you're Genji and you know, hey, I have the advantage against McCree. The McCree's at half. The McCree used his flashbang. I have all my abilities, so I should win that duel, right? Well, you dash in, the McCree manages to headshot you on the way in, he rolls backwards against your reflect, as you cancel it, he kills you, and maybe because you just whiffed every shot on him, you tried to right click him multiple times, you kept on missing, you lose the duel. Now, your game sense said, hey, you should push him. Your game sense was correct that he was weak and you were heavily advantaged, but because of your really poor mechanical skill compared to that player, or just your bad mechanical skill abstract, you lost. And that can happen in so many different situations where just because you understand the weaknesses, the strengths, the little holes in the enemy defense, or when you could win a duel in a certain situation, unless you can mechanically follow through, that game sense is irrelevant. On top of that, positioning, a lot of times what makes a position safe or not safe is how well you can punish an enemy. You play on that high ground because if an enemy wants to chase you, they have to invest abilities. You could typically outplay them. You can, if you're McCree and they're Genji, you can roll away. You can do damage into them before they get close to you, and you're probably going to be able to win that duel because of the place you're positioned and your own mechanical skill putting damage onto them. That is how you actually prevent them from killing you, or you just turn the matchup in your favor. But if you can't hit a damn shot, no positioning is safe, okay? You put that on your damn fireplace. Now, of course, having good game sense and good positioning can make mechanical things easier, right? Like, if you're really aggressive and someone dives you, you have to hit a much more difficult, mechanical sleep dart on Ana when you have to deal with all their abilities and they didn't expend any resources to get to you, and they have a lot, like a Tracer with a million blinks, or a Genji that still has his reflect. You can bait those things out with good positioning and good game sense and make it so mechanically things are easier for you, but there's still a certain level of mechanical skill that you need to have, or else the game sense and positioning cannot be something that can make up that difference. And that is a very important concept for you to understand, and it's one of the biggest reasons why mechanical skill is the most important thing you need to learn. Now, the third thing that you need to understand about mechanical skill is that it's constant and it doesn't change with the meta. Now, I'm not talking about really minute things like learning a new matchup with a new character when Blizzard finally comes out with those, but I'm specifically talking about the fact that when you're talking about game sense, how you position and how you play around certain compositions can dramatically change from one meta to meta, one tank composition to another, one strategy to another, and it can be not only a lot to learn, but it's something that could always change. Like positioning against one composition could be bad against a different one. But mechanical skill is something that's much more constant. It's something that you can grind and focus on. And throughout the metas, mechanical skill will be something that you always need and that is always beneficial to develop pretty much no matter what character you're playing, especially focusing the mechanical requirements of the specific heroes that you play. This also gives you a really strong frame to adapt to differences in composition and meta in general. If you are confident in your own mechanical skill, you can easily adapt to the changes in the game because at the very least on an individual level, you know you'll be performing and you'll be able to slot into a composition or slot against a certain hero or composition without wondering, maybe I just need to be better. Maybe I need to do this better. No, you can just be like, hey, maybe if I position this way, or maybe I'm focusing on the wrong things. And it allows a lot of the questions and the way in which you approve to be a lot easier. So that's just a really important takeaway. But let's move on to the last thing that I really need to talk about. The last and probably the most important thing about mechanical skill in general is that it takes a long time to develop. I mean a really long time. And I've broken down many videos about how to improve your mechanical skill. You focus a little bit in the practice range, not much, but aim trainers, Triad free-for-all, gun game, Widow headshot, or just playing ranked games in general with the intent on trying to hone your mechanical skill. These are all things that can help you develop your mechanical skill. And if you're really actively putting the time and effort into it, it will develop, but it's not something that's going to happen overnight. However, mechanical skill is something that will not just simply vanish either. It's something that you slowly build up, and you're gonna start reaching these thresholds where you're hitting shots that you never would have hit before. You're hitting abilities that, you know, really, really matter, impactful things that can be the difference between you winning and losing a fight. Like maybe you're Ana and you hit a sleep dart on the Genji that was diving you, where because you hit that, you nanoed your Rein, you healed up your team, and you won the team fight, and maybe the former you that wasn't mechanically competent would have died there. And you could start seeing those things, and it helps you build up confidence, it helps you develop, and also mechanical skill is gonna carry over to other games. It's gonna carry it over to other games outside of Overwatch, and it's also gonna carry over to Overwatch 2 the cleanest, because there's gonna be aspects of positioning game sense that automatically get changed when, like, I don't know, 7+ characters get put in the game, new game modes, all that, but mechanical skill is always gonna be there for you. It's always gonna be, you know, something you can rely on. It's always going to be around. It's not gonna go away. And I do think that the Game Leap community in particular specifically don't focus on mechanical skill enough. They try to learn their way out. That's why they watch guides just like this. But there are some things that you can't freaking learn your way out of, right? There's some things that you just got to freaking outskill the enemy. Straight up mechanical skill to mechanical skill. But go to the Game Leap website right now down below for in-depth advanced guides, VOD reviews, tips, and tricks over every single hero in the entire game. You gotta go check it out right now down below. But thanks so much for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the video. I love your faces, and I'll see you next time.